pilots, arm your quads.
Wrong way!
Alright guys, here we go. Hey, how's it going guys? So this is a Skip and Carter show, and I'm Skip, and there's Carter. So this is 533 Friday, or Friday 533, however you want to say it. But we got some cool things to talk about. And Brody's here.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, and so Black Friday, we're still dealing with Black Friday, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bunch of stuff.
crazy. And we got a race coming up. So not this weekend, but next weekend we have a race in Clinton, Tennessee. We are all building tiny trainers here. Here's mine. I'm currently building mine, and I don't have it done yet. I had mine done, and I upgraded it. So I got some things done to it to make it a little bit better, and that way I can compete in the race and do a little bit better myself. We also had a new firmware update for the UDL come out, and we tried that out last stream, and they kind of ironed it out this time, and so we've been trying. I've been flying that around, trying it out, and seeing how it is. I also talked to Isaac. That's the leader of UDL, and got his thoughts and opinions on everything. And I think it's going to be a good spec for beginners for sure. So if you are getting into drone racing and you're not really that good and you're like a
Hey, they
freestyle
said
pilot.
that the audio is really low.
Oh, okay. Oh, there we go. Sorry, guys.
There we go.
Now, can you hear me? I am super sorry. I will start over. Is that what we should do? Just start over? Yeah? Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. Let's just wait and see if they can hear us now. Wait till you get a response.
Yeah, well, I definitely know they can hear us now. I had the microphone down, guys. I'm very sorry. But what I said was that we are doing the and thank you guys for telling me that in the chat. But what I said is we're starting our own 533 Tiny Trainer Series race in Tennessee, in Clinton, Tennessee. And we've got, this is my tiny trainer that I'm building right now. And you can tell I have really flown the crap out of this thing. And I was updating all my electronics to make sure they were all nice and good enough for me to be able to compete. So I updated my electronics in it. Oh, I'm sorry, Nordy FPV. I hope I didn't just blow your earballs out. So we got Nordy FPV, Flyby James, Bent Props in the chat, Wilking in the chat, Crazy Stories in the chat. Welcome everybody to the 533 Friday chat or Friday stream. 533 Friday stream, live stream. But they also, we also had UDL. UDL also got ironed out. They made it a whole lot easier for you to flash UDL. And I've been trying that out and been flying UDL for about a week now. And I've been giving it a fair shake, and I think that if you are a beginner and you want to get into whoops, that this is a good way to get into whoops. So I really think that I think it's worth it. I think it's worth having. At first I was like, oh man, it's slowed down because they went 1,000 RPM more, and they put accelerating and braking stuff in the CLI to make it a little bit slower than 1,000 more RPMs. But I was flying it and doing gates and ladders and all that, and it is challenging. So I don't know if you guys, any of you guys that are used to whoop racing, remember when you had the 19,000 kV motors and you had to really stay in the throttle. In this one, you have to really stay in the throttle. But we've got it down to, on HD0, we've got it down to like 42 grams. And analog, we've got it, dead on the money with analog. So, and we are flashing it to UDL. So if you buy a UDL, do know that it has been flashed to UDL specs, and it's not just the drone being slow, it's the UDL flash that makes it slow. So if you want a UDL drone and you don't want it to be flashed with the firmware and you want it to just be normal, you need to put in the comments below or put in an email to us and say, hey, I don't want the UDL spec on my drone. Because once you put the UDL spec on your drone, you can't just go like in CAC and turn it off. You have to flash it again to get the UDL off. So this is purely a UDL spec drone. There's no way to take it off until you reflash it. So I just wanted to tell you guys that. Make sure I give everybody a heads up on it. That is a clear thing to know.
Lane Squid said, does the Lucid Stack fit the Light Switch V2 frame? Unfortunately not right now. We've been trying to think of a way to mount it. It just barely doesn't fit.
Do you have Light Switch V2 in a Lucid Stack?
It would We tried.
Like is from standoff to standoff? Is it?
It's either that or the press nut hits it, or it was just barely.
Just barely?
Yeah.
So Carter is going to show us this. He's got a lucid stack right here in his hand. Can I see it?
Well, I know with the Ultra it would maybe if you did a.
All right,
I know it was
so
the Ultra that wouldn't. That's gonna be close.
we got a new mat here, and we're going to do a top down, and I'm going to look. And so here is the Lucid ESC. So we're going to take the Lucid ESC, and we're going to see what it looks like compared to the Light Switch V2. Which the Lucid is a pretty nice stack. We wish it would fit everything, but we know for a fact it does not fit the Ultra. Okay, so I already know that it's not going to fit with these standoffs, and I don't think I can take these standoffs out without taking the whole entire drone apart. But if I look at it like this, so yes, you can fit the Lucid stack if you do it right. And what I mean by doing it right is you're going to have these holes drilled for the frame, and they're just little bitty holes. So if you get a Lucid stack on your ready to fly, you don't really have to worry about the structural integrity of the holes, because they're just M3 holes and they're really small. But no, I think you can fit the Lucid stack.
Really?
Yeah. So what you would do is you'd remove all the standoffs and everything. So all this would be removed, and then the Lucid would fit right there in between.
So it will?
Yeah, it will fit on the V2.
Not the Ultra though.
But not the Ultra, no.
Do you have, real quick, can you make that? An HT065?
Yeah, I can make that.
Maybe I'll stick with this.
Okay.
I was just saying, I just caught that.
Yeah, I can make that. Does it need to go now?
No, technically, but.
Alright, I mean, are you going to get it done today? Or are you sending it out today? If you are, I'll go ahead and build that one.
I mean, if you think you can.
I can't. Oh yeah, I gotta have screws.
Then it's fine, don't worry about it.
Yeah, I can. Nice to see you in the chat. Made by House and Storm Rider and Land Squid. Nice to see you guys.
Oh, Land Squid's in there?
So yeah, Land Squid's in here. So Land Squid, you can use it on here, and the only thing is you're going to have to drill the bottom plate. And the way I would say to do that is you would take the Lucid and line it up with the plate. Like pretend this is the bottom plate here. So what you do is just line it up, and then you would take like a pick or some screws that fit down in the holes, and then you would just mark it where you want it, and then when you pull that off, you'll see where the marks are. And you can also do that with a Sharpie, with a fine tip Sharpie. You can take a fine tip Sharpie, lay your stack down on it like that, put it where you want it, and then mark it with a Sharpie. And then when you bring it up, you'll see the mark. So if you look, I've got the mark right here. It's kind of hard to see on camera, but there's the mark. And then what I would do from there is where I have my mark, I would take a hammer and a nail and just score it. So you take your hammer and your nail and you just hit it one time, and that way you've got a divot where that drill bit can go. And that kind of guides your drill bit where it can go. And you don't have to worry about you don't have to worry about your drill bit walking off from the carbon fiber. So that's one thing when you're drilling with carbon fiber. Sometimes that drill will walk one way or another, and if you don't want that to happen, you just take you a nail or a punch or anything with a sharp tip, and you put it on your mark, and you tap it with a hammer, and it will keep your drill bit on guide. Or if you don't feel confident in doing that, I'm sure before we send you a frame, if you say you want the lucid stack, I will personally take your bottom plate and make it for the lucid stack, and I would drill the holes for you, and it would be perfect because I'm a machinist of 12 years, and I can drill holes really nice down to 0.001 of an inch, so I'm pretty confident. Yeah, center punch, Casper skulls.
Tell Steve I said what's up.
Huh?
Tell Steve I said what's up.
Brody said what's up, Steve. Who's Steve?
That's Lens Squid.
Oh, is that Lens Squid? Oh, I can't see over there, Brody. There you are. There we go. Got the camera back. Among, not the best. Among, if not the best company. What was he talking about? What part of Minnesota are you in? There's a tiny whoop race near Minneapolis tonight. Oh, Minneapolis. Sorry. So yeah, we have a little drone showdown going on. Not this weekend, but next weekend, and we got Brody and Armando. They are going to go head to head, and Brody says he's going to kick Armando's butt. So
Armando's not winning. Have you seen how much he's been practicing the last 2 days?
yeah,
He is scared.
Armando has actually been out in the yard every day
Practicing.
and I don't know, he ain't really grinding, but he is
put
flying
some
every
packs
day.
in.
Yeah, he has put some packs in, and I don't know. So when Spring GQ was going on, he could beat me in a tiny trainer with me in the 5-inch. During Spring GQ, but I was slow during then. You know, I was still taking my time and real slow.
Yeah.
I have changed a lot since champions, since the champ race.
What have you changed? Like, where are you going with this?
So I was thinking that top battery would be key to handling, but the thing is, it feels better in handling. But when you want to practice on Velocidrone, it doesn't feel like a top battery at all. So when you go and fly on Velocidrone, it doesn't feel like a top battery. It's like you're flying something totally different in real life. And yeah, it feels a little smoother and everything, but when you get used to the sway of the battery, the pendulum effect of the battery on Velocidrone, it's a whole lot easier to do the same thing in real life rather than something different. So it felt too good to me.
Okay. So you switched back to bottom mounted batteries?
Yeah, I switched back to bottom mounted batteries, and I've tested myself out and made some really hot laps and been really fast. And then I found a prop that suit me that I really like.
What prop profile are you using?
Well, I kind of keep that a secret. I've already told you, so.
Okay, so you're still on that one?
So
Like, I know
I've told you once. I've told the stream once.
I know what it is. Like, are you still using the one that you told me?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I'm to the.
Honestly, I think you're holding yourself back using that. I think.
Why?
I think you should try and go one.
Why? Why do you think I'm
It's just so much faster. Like it literally is faster.
What?
What?
What is faster?
One is faster.
Oh,
One is the
Oh,
fastest.
y'all talking about the Sim?
Yes.
No. I was talking about in real life.
Oh.
No.
I thought we've been talking about
No. I'm talking about in real life. I found a prop in real life that fits me.
I thought you were talking about your prop profile Velocitron.
No.
Oh, okay, I understand now.
No, I found a prop.
Are we talking about the ones you told me to stay away from?
Yeah. You don't need them. They're junk. You don't.
They're horrible.
Don't even touch them.
Dude, Zog is sending me the best props in the game at the moment.
Oh yeah.
Those MCK V2s. Oh my gosh, those things are butter.
Lance Quid said, "Don't listen to Skip. Follow your heart."
Thanks, Lance Squad. Those.
I was just telling him not to use my prop because I don't want him to like hoard them all up and like
MCK,
Carter might do. Carter's got a whole bag of them.
I got a bag of them.
MCK V2s are butter.
And I think I got a bag hidden somewhere. But yeah, me and Carter have found a prop that we really love. Which one do you like?
MCK V2s.
MCK V2?
Aren't those just R39s?
No. We are not using anything in the 30s anymore.
Oh, we're on to R40s.
No, we're not using anything in the 40s.
R42.
HQ prop for the win. I totally agree right now. Even though if I did find a gym fan prop that really suit me, that's what I would go with. I don't care what the name is. I really just care how it feels. And I've tried Gym Fan out, and I just haven't found one that I like yet. They might come out with one that I like, and they might have one out that I like, and I just don't know it.
HQ will always be better. I mean, in every way, shape, or form.
It's more high quality.
Yeah, but you're sponsored in HQ.
I was saying that.
Of course, you're going to say
that. For the
that.
stream, I was saying that before I was sponsored.
No,
No, he wasn't.
Yes, I was.
You're just
Gym Fan.
No, I was not.
Brody, you're just a
I was
freaking
not rocking
sellout, is what you are.
MCK V2s
You are a
by
sellout.
HQ proper where it's at.
Yeah. The Halloween version, the MCK V2s. Hey, I had the. Is that what I had? Was the Halloween version of MCK V2s? Because I had the Santa Claus and the Halloween version of a prop. I think that's what it was. And I used to freestyle with those. Those were so much fun.
I have no clue what you're talking about.
You don't know the Santa Claus?
I have no clue.
I'll have to bring some in for you to see. Let's see here. If we can find some. Let's see. Do we got the browser on the stream? Let me see. Oh, we do have the browser on the stream. So let's see.
The footies are sometimes.
We'll do the MCK
V2.
V2 Halloween.
The footies are kind of hard to build, Skip. Have you found that as a problem?
They're all right. Yeah, these are the ones I had. Come here and look at these, Brody.
I've got a lab full of screws, so I'll just pull up the screw real quick.
So these are the Halloween edition ones right here. These are the ones I had right here. Okay, get FPV. I don't want your 5% off right now. These right here. That's the ones I had, and I used to freestyle with these props. And they are super fun. They're pretty quick too. I don't know what pitch they are. They say 5146. See, 5146 is a little much for me on racing. I think it is, in my opinion. You know,
What do you mean it's a little much?
pretty quick too. It's just like you blow corners out and you have sway and all that. Let's do the Christmas. Since it's Christmas, they've got a Christmas one too.
What are just regular MCK V2s? They're 5146.
Yeah, they're going to be 5146. So here's the Christmas ones right here.
Oh, those are sick.
Yeah, the Christmas ones are pretty cool. They got them in green and red with Santa Claus on it, some snow. But these things are pretty durable too. I remember that I didn't have any problems.
Hey, you know who's not doing stuff like that?
All right, so let's switch it back to the scene. There we go.
Skip, you know who's not doing it?
I don't want to hear who's not. We're just going to be positive and say who is. Calm down now. I bet you they have some cool prop out there. Dow Props. So I think Dow Props is who made the floppy proppy. But I had a buy blade that was a floppy proppy, and that thing was freaking nuts. Like, they had the tri blade that folded, and I think they were called tri blade folded, but they also had the floppy proppy, and the floppy proppy would freaking they would scoot. Now the tri blade, they weren't that good, but the floppy proppy, that was really fun.
Dude, Skip, these little flippers are hard to build. Have you built some yet?
Foch FPV flies map scheme props.
Who does map scheme?
So map scheme is they make. I know a remoter company. I didn't know they made props though.
Their props though.
Neo said hello, Brody.
Who said that?
Neo Cinematics.
Neo Cinematics.
Yeah.
I think they follow me on.
Johnny 5 said they all good. Jim Fan, HQ, even Dow Cyclones are not bad. All right, so we have one thing that I wanted to show you guys, and it's a new thing, and I want to get your opinion on it because this might be a new 533 product. And I pretty much begged Armando for us to show it off on the stream. So the feedback of you guys is very important right now. Let me express how important that is. It's because the only reason why Armando's showing you this product right now is because the feedback of you. So I need your feedback on what you think, but we have this new case right here this is a prototype, and we're wanting to put out a whoop case to maybe come with our raid flies. We don't know yet about the details, whether we're just selling it or what, but this case right here it had Armando's big butt on it. He weighs 210 pounds. He was standing on top of this way and this way.
Do you think it'll hold me? We can set it on stream.
So, how much you weigh, Brody?
I weigh 225, 230.
Yeah, I think it would hold you just fine. Not if you bounced up and down, because when you bounce up and down, that's more like 250.
Dude, I feel like if I can stand on it in the stream, then everybody would.
Well, anyways, let me talk about it first, and you can stand on it afterwards. But this is just PLA printed. So, and they'll be made out of different material, and there'll be different things on it. But this is the basic. It's a Whoop 65mm box. It holds 10 batteries, and it holds the 65mm drone. This is the Beta FPV airframe. It also holds the cockroach. So, if I take this out and I put the cockroach inside of it. What? I can't see it.
I can't. They can't see it. You gotta come up with it.
So I'll hold the cockroach frame also. But the cool thing about it is you got 10 batteries. You just throw them in there. It's got a divider right here. You close it up. You can shake them around. Open it back up, and the batteries are still in the same spot. The drone's in the same spot, and this thing is freaking robust. It's super heavy duty. So tell me, guys, what do you think of this? Any ideas about this? I told him maybe make them stackable. I also said maybe have one that's actually 75 mil with a 65 mil insert and have a battery charger in it. Any ideas for a Whoop box like this, like a Pelican case type or Apache case type, that you would like to see on the inside? How would you want this edited? All right, Brody's going to show me something. What are you showing me? Oh, yeah. Stackable. So Land Squid says stackable. I do like the case. It latches, yeah. So it's got nice latches on it, and they click. They don't just come apart either. They're pretty stout too when you pull on them. But the idea is that you got a nice little case, and you could throw that in your bag and throw your bag around and not have to worry about your whoops getting crushed or anything. And it's got the foam in it, and I think the foam will be glued in or something like that. But he was thinking about doing different versions, and like maybe 2 drones or a drone and a charger. My suggestion was make it big enough for 75 mil, 65 mil, and have a charger in it also. And possibly a little spot for batteries too. Because what I'd like to do is just open it up and have my charger there and just plug it in and run my charger out of my case, or just pull my charger out of my case or whatever. But that's what I was thinking. I don't know. It'd be cool if there was a version that could fit 2 or stackable. Most people have at least 2 whoops when they show up to a race. Yeah, I made this one on my own. This is not a future 533 product, but so they have these gift box puzzles, and you put the top on it and spin the bow, and it's like a puzzle that goes together, and you gotta spin the bow to take the top off the gift box. Well, I made mine a 4-bay whoop, so you can put your whoops in it in 4 different ways in there. And then this one, you can definitely stand on this one. It's super thick. But I just made this one for myself. This one is not an idea for 533 to have as a product. But that was something I came up with or put together. I didn't come up with the design of the box, but I did edit a box on CAD, and it was a small gift box, and I made it a big gift box and mine's going to have a so you put the lid on it, and you turn a drone and it locks it down. So you got maybe one that fits Whoopster V3. What's a Whoopster V3?
Whoopster V3.
Whoopster.
It's like it's just a whoop, but they're like big. I think they're 85 mil. Look at that. I think it's 85 mil. The Whoopster.
Would be really cool to have Whoopster bulletin or at the bottom. Then you can plug XT60.
Oh no, a Whoopster's a charger.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that's what it is. The Whoopster, yeah, that's the charger.
Oh, okay. We've been using the V-Fly.
Vi-Fly, yeah.
Vi-Fly.
But the Whoopster is the exact. It's literally the exact same.
Oh, it's the same thing.
Imagine that, just Whoopster.
Oh, okay. So would that fit also if we use just the that charger. This was the charger I was talking about.
I had the Whoopster.
Does it look just like that?
I'm almost positive.
This is the V-Fly or Vi-Fly, whatever you call it.
Does it not say Whoopster on it?
Oh, it does say Whoopster. It's the Whoopster 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, cool. Yeah, we were thinking about making this fit inside of it also.
Hey. Did you have my phone? How did you have your phone under the table?
You told me there's a charger.
No, how was it sticking to the bottom of the table?
It was on the desk.
Yeah, so that's what I said was have one of those
Oh, I just want you to like reach under and just grab it.
fit in it and make it stackable. And so I'm glad to see you guys think the same thing. Yeah, I had no clue what the charger was called, to be honest with you. I just knew it as the V-Fly or whatever. You know, I've only been into the Whoop racing world for about a year now. And I think it's came a long ways in a year because I started with this right here. And it was 19 grams. And whenever I'd hit the ground, the bell would come out of it. It would pop out of it. And I'd have to pop the bell back in it and go again. But, yeah, we went from 19 grams to 15 grams. So, it's went a long ways for me, for sure. Especially in a year. Have you ever seen Spectre FPS V Whoop doc? No, I have not. V-Fly. Is that, what do you call it? Vi-Fly? I don't know what the name is. I'm not good with names, guys. I'll just go ahead and tell you. I had a cat, and I couldn't even remember the cat's name, so I called it Cat. You want to talk for a minute?
Sure.
Brody's going to take over for just a minute.
What's up, guys? How's it going, everyone? Foxeer. How's everyone's day going? I know you guys can't really ask me, but I'll tell you anyways. My day was pretty good. Just got out of school. We don't get out till Thursday, and then after Thursday we've got like a school dance. So I'm just waiting until next week hits. We got some finals coming up. We got our big finals coming up this week. Hopefully you guys will help me pass or keep me in your prayers so that I can pass these tests. Of course, finals coming up.
That's what I've been doing.
What?
Cutting
foam.
Oh, yeah, the new sticks.
The Omni sticks?
Omni sticks.
Oh, can I review them? I've been flying with them. I can review them.
Yep.
I don't have any right with me.
Let me get you one of each.
Okay.
So I had Armando put this frame together for me.
So now it's
Gonna
like
have
blessed.
that Armando
Now
touch.
it's blessed.
It's
Yeah.
blessed.
It's either gonna fly like the greatest quad ever. It's gonna go.
It'll fall out of the air.
You free March 22nd. So I've used all my days that I can take off the school year for drone events. So I actually can't miss any more school. And on Mayhem is gonna be during school, sadly. So I won't get to go to Mayhem Land Squid.
Dude, Mayhem sounds fun.
I know. I want to go so
I
badly.
love seeing the endurance car racing.
I just gotta figure out I gotta pick and choose what races I can and cannot go to, so then I don't end up missing out.
You got the golf ball. You got the flat top.
It's standard flat, and then what?
And then we got,
Hybrid punch.
yeah, and then we have the skip stick.
Oh my gosh, for the skip stick Omni. I thought skip stick was for thumber though.
That is a thumber Omni stick for
Really?
skip stick thumber.
Okay, so we've got all our Omni sticks here, of course. I'm sure you guys have seen something about them, whether it's Evan's video or just on the store. Basically, for those who haven't seen it, their whole idea is that you can twist the top. Like on every single one of these, the top is twistable. That way when you're flying, You can go back and forth like on a radio if I could hold it. Like you can go back and forth on a radio and you will never have to reposition your fingers mid-flight. Like most pinchers I know, like I know myself I've had to do it because I've used standard. Me and Evan really have the problem because we like the same kind of grip style, but it's like after you go in a pattern so many times, your finger starts to slip off, so you actually have to like readjust mid-race, and that can always be hard, especially if you're like nervous or anything's getting to you. So we've kind of taken that. We think we figured a way to take away that problem with the Omni stick, of course, with it rotating with your hand, so you never have to reposition your fingers. I've been trying them out for the past week on Velocidrone and IRL, and it's definitely a difference. Like, it's definitely different. I've not gotten to like, actually next weekend is the first time I'll actually get to put them in use in a race if I decide to run them. I'm just trying to get comfortable enough with them before I actually race with them. But so far we've got the golf ball, I believe is what they're calling. Is that what we're calling it, the golf ball?
Yeah.
So the golf ball, and that's just kind of like a standard. It's actually just a bigger standard. Like I don't know if it looks bigger on camera, but that's definitely bigger than the standard. But it's got the same like size and the little indent on top. Then we've got the hybrid pinch, which is just like the hybrid pinch, and it's just bigger. Like most of these are the exact same thing, just a little bit bigger, and the tops rotate. That's kind of the whole idea behind Omni sticks. We've got the flat top one. This one is just on the top, it's flat, and it's got these little spikes. And then we've got the skip stick for those who thumb. I'm personally not a thumber, so I really can't give you my experience on Omni sticks with thumbing. I don't really know how that would work, but Skip, have you tested it?
Yeah. I think it depends per person, but for me, I'm not too keen of it.
Have you noticed your like fingers will slip off or what?
Yeah, I'm not too crazy about it myself.
Yeah, but I think it's really good for pinch. I think once I have used it long enough and I'm used to it enough, it'll be super good. Like I'm switching to it at the moment, and it's really gonna cause like there's gonna have to be something big to happen that makes me not want to run them anymore. Cause like I want to switch to them, and I think they're definitely worth switching to. And like I feel like the people who go ahead and switch to them are just gonna be that much further along the road in a year when everybody's like when you're fully used to it. But that is my review on. Skip's not here. That's my review on the Omni sticks. You can pick them up on 533 Omni sticks. On the 533's website, it's Omni sticks, of course. Oh. So Omni's an MCK stick too. MCK, I'm trying to think of what MCKs are. I'll have to check on if there's MCK state tip version of Omni. Is there MCK version of Omni state tips?
This is one we've been working on. It's the Hyper.
Did you hear me?
Yeah, I heard you, but no, I have not heard anything about the MCK.
Okay.
Here, show this one.
Okay, this is Hypers. Of course, Hypers is just like the standard. It's just extremely spiky. Apparently they've been working on it. It actually kind of looks like they've got it. This one's just a little crooked, but this one is still very spiky. The only thing I would say that's different between when you have an Omni and like a regular stick end is, I mean, besides the rotating head, but it's bigger. Like the stick end is definitely bigger. Like actually, I've got a normal. Here's a regular ripstick. Here's a regular one. And here is a Omni stick. Like you can kind of see the size difference side by side. Like, ow, that's hot. That is different. Like they're definitely bigger. So that's like one of the bigger differences I've noticed, especially with me running the golf ball. I mean, it's definitely bigger. Okay, Flip apparently doesn't need these because his stick ends all rotate already. Ben, I definitely agree. HQ are better. Yes, I agree with that. 100% HQ is where it's at. I'm telling you. MCK-V2s especially. But what's the difference? Live Switch V2 is our kind of like entry, or not entry. I would say like honestly our most versatile racing frame. Like, it's meant for all people. Like, I know people as fast as Cali. I know people as fast as Cali run light switch V2s. Like, they've not even went to ultras yet, and I run light switch V2s. Like, from my skill level to Cali's, I mean, they're like, it's very versatile frame. The Typhon was meant for I'm trying to remember what the Typhon was for. The Typhon. Skip.
Yeah.
What was the Typhon made for again?
Huh?
What was the Typhon made for?
The what?
The Typhon. What was it made for?
Oh, I'm not sure.
I totally forgot.
I don't know the history of the Typhon.
No, it had like a specific reason. I just forget what it's for. They want to know the difference between the light switch V2 and the Typhon. Like, what's the difference? Like, I mean, the light switch V2 is just so versatile. Like, I mean, Callie uses it and I use it. Like, I mean, we're two completely different skills.
I think the Typhon has longer arms, so it's got a larger wheelbase for sure.
Yeah, it's got longer arms. Like, it's a bigger drone, but I feel like it's got a flying difference. I forget what it is though. Do you want to take back over?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I would definitely stick with Light Switch V2. It's so durable and so versatile.
So we have been testing this flip switch out. I mean, this little flipper out. And this thing is a nice drone. Like, it rips. And if you can tell, Evan, I don't know if anybody's been watching Evan's videos, but Evan has hit a tree so hard with this thing, and I thought for sure it was gone. But we've ripped it at the bando, and Evan has been flying this same one right here. And you can look on the front of it where he's hit the metal. So, I mean, he's scarred it up. He's even wore a flat spot into the bottom plate right here. And I asked him, I was like, did you file that down? He's like, no, that was from like scraping the concrete and stuff. So he has a lot of fun with this thing and been ripping it all over the place. And it's still going. Same components, nothing has been changed out. No arms have been changed out. The only thing that's been changed out is the props. And it's like the little Energizer Bunny, it keeps going. And I can't believe that it's still going, especially after hitting that tree the other day. He was making a video, and in the outtakes you can kind of see me riding my little scooter. I go and check the mail on the scooter because you got to go around the house and check like 3 different spots around the house. So it's a whole lot faster in the cold. I don't like the cold, so it's a whole lot faster if I go and check the mail on my scooter. And I heard him. He was trying to hit a gate full force and end up hitting the tree behind it. He missed the gate and hit the tree. And I thought for sure it was gone. And you could hear me in the video. I was like, "Did you break it?" It sounded like you broke it, but no, he did not break it. It's still good. This thing, if you want to go bando bashing or whatever, and not have your props in view, then this thing is a ticket for sure. So. Oh yes, yeah, it's missing motor screws for sure because Evan's a racer, so he wants to get everything lighter than everybody else. So Evan took out the motor screws, and he's only got 2 motor screws in each one. Of course, that's Evan for you. He's gonna modify it in his own little way and make it better than everybody else's. But this thing is pretty nice. I'm not a DJI fan, so I've got HD0, and it's pretty fun. It's amazing how this thing handles, and I've been having a blast with mine also. Let's see here in the chat. We've got Ben. talking about the Light Switch V2 versus the Typhoon. If we had the Typhoon built, I would show you the difference. But we don't have one built. S-Bang FPV, if you give a lifetime warranty for the bearings, then I might give them a try. If you wear these bearings out, I mean, it's like a motor bearing. If you wear these bearings out, I guarantee you we'd send you another one. I don't think you'd ever wear these bearings out. So yeah, you know, I bet you anything Evan would say, yeah, he bets that these bearings would last a lifetime. These are literally motor bearings. So if you look here, the same thing that's in your motors is the same type of bearing. They just made the sizes a little bit different when they ordered them, and that's all they are, is motor bearings. They just ordered a bunch of them and ordered them at a specific size, so you can't just take any bearing and do it. So I was looking for another bearing here. So this is another motor bearing of ours, and they've got different sizes inside the hole. And the outside is pretty much the same size, and that's what they changed, was the inside hole. So yeah, I would say that these would never wear out. You're going to wear out the resin part of the stick first before you wear out the bearing. I guarantee you that. So a lifetime warranty on the bearing, I would say the lifetime of the stick in itself is the bearing is going to outlast the stick itself. So let's see here. Flip says his stick posts are heat pressed in. That broke, so I can't just pull them out. Haha. Yeah, well these are locked in. I can't. They're hard to pull apart. Let me see if I can pull one apart. Yeah, you could, if you really try, you can pull one apart, but they click in together, and they're made to where you can't really pull them apart unless you try. Jumper quality. These are pretty high quality sticks compared to our other sticks. This is my stick that I invented. This is the Skip V2, and the Skip V2 will be coming out very soon if it ain't out already. So I don't know. Let me look it up and see if the Skip V2 stick is out, because the Skip V2 stick gives you more grip. Let me go to 533.com and look up the SKIPSTICKS V2. So if I look up the SKIPSTICKS, we have the Omni stick thumber, which is the skip stick on the Omni stick, and we have the 533 SKIPSTICKS. So the SKIPSTICKS V2 will be coming out very soon. And I think the reason why we didn't make the SKIPSTICKS V2 come out is because people have been really loving these Omni sticks. They have slammed out the orders, and the machines are just being overworked putting these things out. I think there was like 300 the other day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 300 sticks. Omni sticks. So people are really liking them, and a lot of people are trying them out. So if you do get the thumber, you are getting a SKIPSTICK V2 on an Omni stick. So if you want to try out the Omni stick and you are a thumber, that might be the play for you also. Let me look at chat here. 2 screws even on a freestyle makes you cry, huh? Well, I mean, you got to think it's Evan Turner. He's gonna try to get every little thing he can out of it, and so I don't see any reason why he would put 4 screws in the motor, being Evan Turner. You're lucky that he does that. He might, Evan might even like skip out on some of the solder just to get some weight off. One of those was me. What are you talking about, Render? Nice to see you in the chat, by the way, Render. If anybody has any questions, be sure to ask them in the chat. And we are going to look in the previous chat right now to see if there are any questions in the previous chat. Because each week I go back and I look at the comments and see if anybody commented from the last one. There was no after comments on the last one that I'm looking at right now. I don't see any comments on there. So, but there's a lot of views, so people are watching them for sure. But they just did not leave any comments. So I guess all of the comments are on the stream right now.
Skip.
Yeah.
We were talking about in there. I'm thinking, what if we had a 533 basketball match?
A 533 basketball match?
And we like streamed it and stuff.
I'm terrible at basketball though.
So you're not good? So
No.
we were trying to think of fair teams, and Nick was like, Skip is either cold or Skip is not good.
I'm good at long shots.
Carter, are you any good?
I can shoot.
Like one-handed long shots.
I used to play a bunch of them.
Maybe like horse or pig or something like that.
No, like I mean,
I'm
like
good at defense.
5-on-5.
I'm good. I'm really good at defense.
Okay, we got to figure out fair teams for a 5-on-5. And I think me and Nick are the two, like, we'd be team
I got an
captains.
idea. How about we just do it for fun?
That's what I'm saying, but
I can hear it. You just want to beat somebody.
I mean, we're playing 5-on-5 basketball. Carter, you act like everything we do like you want me to anything we do competitively. You want me to be like, yeah, you guys can really do whatever. Like we're doing things competitive. We're playing a competitive sport, and you want me to be zero competitive.
You're the most competitive person that I know.
And I will stay that way. I'm so competitive.
Well, that's what makes Brody, I guess. That you're
I'm so competitive.
always going to be the elite, or try to be the elite. Even though the last race I beat everybody. Yeah, so I wanted to show this off to everybody here.
God.
The last race at 533 was won by me. And what was it done on? If you can read that right there. The 533 DRL race off, first place on November 20th.
I really can't defend myself there as a racer for.
So they all choked because they were on camera.
Actually, I would like to preface this by saying I choked because I had the worst setup.
Cameron didn't make me nervous at all.
I'm just messing with you guys. No, a lot of it had to do with where the trees lost its leaves. Wouldn't you say that's it? Where the trees have lost its leaves and you can't see the branches?
The worst
It
thing
was
about
just
it
how
is stickins.
No, to me, it's turning and expecting grip, and it's still just sliding.
Well, yeah, it's a big heavy drone.
Yeah.
Mine is stickins.
Stick ins. Well, all I had to do was just fly, and that's what I went out there to just fly and treat it like a prospect. That I knew that it would fly pretty close to a prospect, and it did. It felt like a prospect to me, or pretty close to a prospect. It actually handled a little bit better than prospect than I think.
I just like stick tension, and I also don't thumb. Those stickins are meant for thumbers.
Timmy Tron says, "Hey guys, have you shipped my order yet? The number is 6924
6'9".
69420."
That sounds old. We're in the like 9,000s now.
Yeah, but it's 69420. That's not even an order, is it?
No, he got you. He got you.
Yeah. We had
It's just
69 at
bullshit.
420.
Yeah.
Are you not picking up what he's saying, Skip?
I get 69 420.
Yeah. You got us.
But we have 5-digit numbers sometimes. So I didn't know, maybe he had an order or whatever. Watch him say, no, I'm not joking. I actually have an order that's 69 420.
Yeah.
I seen one the other day that had all 6s, and I was like, that's weird. I don't want to get that order for sure. Yeah, got him is what he said. Well, yeah, I thought that's what it was. Bitterroot FPV is laughing his butt off. All right, guys. So I hope you enjoyed the 533 on the Friday 533. We are going to probably go fly here in just a second. Do I know Mike Rabstead? I am the worst person ever to ask if you know somebody. Like you can ask me if I know one of my friends, and I'll just blank out and forget one of my friends' names.
Forget who Armando is.
I don't forget who Armando is, but I will call people different names sometimes. It's like, hey, you over there. And like this is no joke. I had a cat, and I had no clue what the cat's name was. My sister named it, and I still don't remember what the name of the cat was, and I called it Cat. So
Cat.
Yeah, I am not good with names. So if you ask me if I know who so and so is, I'm not going to be able to probably recognize. I'm better with names. And better with faces. So what sucks is I'll know somebody, and I'll know their face and everything, and I've talked to them plenty of times, and I should know their name, and or we'll be at a race, and Carter will walk up to me and be like, "What's that guy's name over there?" And be like, "Dude, I know him. I know. I've talked to him many times. I've probably called him by his name." But I don't know. There's no way for me to know. So it's just something, I guess, when I was a 10 times boxing champion, that they beat my name part out of my head. That's all I can guess. Either that, or I've stuck this soldering iron in my ear too long.
It actually might be the solder smoke.
Yeah, have you seen this soldering iron?
You got to be using that extractor.
What is that?
Yeah, this is the main soldering iron right here.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, you're going with that.
Does that lay your solder line out in front of you?
Yeah, it's got an automatic
gosh.
feed system right here, and you just.
Actually, kind of goes hard.
Absolutely.
I want to see somebody using that at a race.
Yeah. So this is what an expert solder guy uses right here.
That's what you build all the drones with?
Yeah, I build all the drones with this thing right here. It just feeds it at 50 miles an hour out the feeds the solder 50 miles an hour out of it, and you just go pop, 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 and it's done. You wonder how I get done so fast? It's this thing right here.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Rabble Rotor Works says he's got the same problem. Everyone having two names also sucks, and remembering faces and names. Sean Ames was calling me the man with three names, and he was saying Dustin Skip Atreides. Well, first of all, Dustin is my legal name, and nobody calls me that. The only person that calls me Dustin is my mom. And I definitely don't go by that. Now, Atreides was a name that I went off by the movie Dune, They got a new TV show series. I don't know if any of you guys seen the TV show series,
Hold
but
on. They don't have. It's not a
It's-
series, is it?
yeah, it's freaking awesome.
Hold on. When did that come? I've only seen the movies.
Yeah, they have Dune on
that's
HBO, and it's rated R, so you're too young, brody. You can't
Can't
watch
see
it. I'm
it.
sorry.
I thought they only had movies.
It's got nudity and all that. You can't watch it.
It's too much.
It's rated R.
Even
It's
Fortnite's
HBO.
too much.
I'm sorry.
Fortnite's too much.
So, and they've got drinking, killing, and
Oh, dude.
and sex and all that. So
Oh, that's cool.
I probably shouldn't have even said some of those words, should I? On YouTube.
Uh-oh.
There should have been bleeps through there.
Gaming stuff
Tag
like that.
gummit. I've got Evan canceled. Oops. Nobody heard that.
Whoops.
Everyone has a FPV handle and their real name. Well, I thought about going by Skip FPV, but I've got.
How did you get the name Skip? I've got to know how you got the name Skip.
Okay, so I wanted to be a Navy SEAL, and I wore a Gilligan's Island hat all the time, and one of those booty hats.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I wore one of those booty hats all the time, and they used to tease me and call me Skippy, and
Because you wore the hat.
yeah, and I hated it. It drove me nuts for a year,
Skippy.
and it went from Skipper to Skippy to Skip, and it just kind of stuck. I don't hate it anymore. I like it.
Skip.
Yeah, but
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Uh,
We need to go through everybody's pilot handles.
but Atreides I got because I love the movie Dune,
It's a super good movie.
and so I used Atreides in my gaming names, and I don't game that much anymore. I game in real life, really. That's why I like FPV so much, is because it's like gaming in real life, and I was always big on gaming and everything, and now I can go and just pretty much have my own world and set up a track and everything.
And then you can go to the park and be like, this is a pretty cool map.
Yeah, pretry much. It's like an open map. And I'm sure there's a lot of people that relate on that, and you know, if you got friends that game and everything, you should have them try this out, because we need more people. We need a bigger community, and
But it makes you faster.
and I think us making a bigger community will make our hobby unstoppable, because I think right now is like an important time for that. I don't know if anybody has seen on the news where they have those big drones in New Jersey, the car-sized drones in New Jersey.
Small car size.
Yeah, small car-sized drones in New Jersey.
Small car-sized drones flying in V-shaped patterns.
And they're saying that these are hobbyists doing this. And I mean, I'm not big on conspiracy theories or whatever, but you know, if you really wanted to regulate a hobby, then you would have to make it a problem if it wasn't a problem. And being hobbyists that are flying over military bases, that's a pretty big problem. But how many hobbyists do you know flying drones that actually flies a small car-sized drone? I mean, have you guys looked up and seen how much an agriculture drone is? You're talking like 50 grand. And I don't know many people that are going to take their 50 grand agriculture drone and fly it 300 to 400 feet over a military base. You know, I don't believe that these are being done by hobbyists. I think if anything, it is done by people that are pretending to be hobbyists. That's just my opinion. That's not fact or anything like that. But I did see one of those videos in New Jersey where the drone went over somebody's head, and it sounded just like a drone. I know what a drone sounds like, and you guys do too. And you heard the rotor sounds, and I guarantee you it was like some kind of VTOL or whatever. It wasn't. It wasn't one of our 5-inch drones going over or anything like that. It was definitely a big multi-rotor, like VTOL plane. So, new Argus T100, 62-inch 8 motor, 85 kilograms, Storm Rudder. I don't think many people are going to be taking that thing like 400 feet up and hovering it for an hour over military bases. You know, there's no way that somebody. You know what I'd be afraid of is if I put that thing up over even near an airport or something like that. You know they're going to be shooting that thing down. There ain't no reason why they wouldn't. You're not in FAA. You're not in compliance of the FAA. You're already doing something illegal if you're flying like that over 400 feet in a giant drone like that.
But also,
for
it's like
hours at a time at night.
Another problem with it is like if a commercial airplane hits that, you're putting lives at risk.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Like, that's
definitely.
the biggest problem at hand.
It's
Like, you're literally putting other people's lives at risk.
And it's just now a problem. You know, we've had all these drones out that do so many miles or whatever, and it's just now a problem. I don't think it's hobbyist.
How do you get a call?
So somebody, Skytonic says he heard a rumor that could be Terrodynamics. What's Terrodynamics? Huh? Don't say that.
That might be something.
Oh, it might be something I shouldn't be saying. Well, like pterodactyls. So Skytonic says it might be pterodactyls.
Yes.
This is what I should say.
It's Texas
Pterodactyls
Instruments.
from across the world.
What is Pterodynamics?
Texas Instruments.
Oh,
Hold on, what is the word?
PTER.
Pterodynamics.
Yeah, Pterodynamics.
Okay, I found this on the web for Terradynamics. Check it out.
What is it?
It's not even, it's just companies.
Companies.
Brody,
What?
you know the company Texas Instruments
Skyotic.
Pterodynamics. Yes, I do.
I have no clue what that
that
means.
makes calculators?
Yes, I was just, that's what I'm talking about. They did.
They make missile flight controllers too.
Okay, we can't be talking about that. Definitely can't be talking about that on stream.
I'm talking to Brody about it.
Okay, well, we are on
Wait, we're
live
talking
stream.
about like actual.
Okay, change your subject. Good grief, this took a wrong turn. All right, guys. So
Calculator company?
we need some ideas out on this.
Oh, Skip,
If
let
you
me
have
see
any
it.
ideas.
Skip, let me see it. Let's see if I can break it.
All right, Brody is going to put his full. How much do you weigh, Brody?
225.
225. I'm taking my drone out. So Brody weighs 225 pounds.
See if we can take.
This is just a normal box. It's
Is it PLA?
PLA.
That's impressive.
We'll close it up. There you go, Brody. Don't jump on it. Just stand on it. Brody's got his full weight on it.
Oh no, that was not
cracked a little
this.
bit. It
That was-
cracked a
that
little
was
bit.
that then.
I don't see where it cracked.
No, I think that was the.
It's
sort
probably
of
just
metal
stress along the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
thing. Okay,
It
see
still
if
looks-
works.
Well, check the inside.
So, 220 pounds on it. I don't see anything wrong with it. We've got a lot of screws in the floor. It might be a screw. But
You know the javelin.
I'm looking at it for any stress fractures. I don't see anything at all. So, there you go. You just had 225 pounds on it, and this thing is still sound and perfect.
Skip, do you think yours can take that?
Yeah, I think mine
We
could
did it
take that.
yesterday.
But I don't
That
want
was
to.
Skip's.
I don't want to do it again because you know how long it took me to print that,
That was
thing.
baby weight.
It took me forever to print that thing because I print at my house,
You didn't print
and
it.
I ain't got an X1C carbon
Skip, all you gotta do is press start.
at my house.
I think we should talk about the Texas instruments.
I think we need to talk about Texas.
I said topic to discuss.
What?
Texas Instruments.
You like the calculator?
But their other
You know what they
business-
also make?
No.
They make a jack in this one.
Oh, that's nice. All right, guys. So
We need a Texas Instruments flight controller.
this might be a new product coming out very soon, and
Did you not just hear him?
the Texas Instrument flight controller
I
is
think
what
it'd
we
be
said.
badass. I bet you'd be super high quality.
I want Happy Model showed a like a commercial. Well, it was a walk through their company or whatever, and they have a printer, and it's just like a printer. Will you get off me?
I'm looking at the comment section.
Here, just take my phone. Have a printer, and it lines the freaking chips and everything, and solders the chip. We need one of those. Of course, I say you have to supply it full of chips and everything probably still comes from China, but I really wish we had a way to print our own chips and do our own, ESCs and flight controllers. I think that'd be pretty cool. All right, guys, we are calling it on the stream. It is almost 5:33.
5:33.
It's 5:25.
Like the company that
Yeah,
we're working
You
in.
gotta wait 8 minutes.
we gotta wait 8
more
minutes before I
Yeah,
stop the
here,
stream.
Can I talk for 8 more minutes? I can talk.
Yeah, you can talk for 8 more minutes. Here you go.
What's up, guys? Fishy FPV here. How's it going, guys? Fishy back here. Okay, and Skip's throwing gummy bears at me. How's y'all's day been?
It's been pretty bad. I'm kidding.
Why's your day been bad?
I'm kidding.
Check that sticker out.
I'm sure your guys' day has not been any worse than mine. I had a chem test at 8 o'clock in the morning today. But I passed.
Yeah, by doing this.
No, it was more like getting AI and like taking a picture of my computer
yeah.
screen.
Oh, yeah.
Evan put out a freaking video on this drone right here.
I'll talk about that. So this is Armando's vertical frame that has the aerodynamics. Has really good aerodynamics, but of course it's a box frame.
Really good
So-
CG.
CG has really good CG. It's the fastest drone we believe in a straight line, but of course it's a box frame, so it's not the greatest at like wind. Wind kind of affects it. Wind plays a big part in box frames, but of course if it's a really big open track, I believe that this could be the fastest quad. Of course, how much does it weigh? 240 is 249, right?
250.
250. So 250. So of course one of the lightest frames you can get. And it's not even deep air carbon. Like it's not even the super. Like I mean, this is real carbon. Like this is carbon.
Real?
It might be real. I've not tested it yet. I've not gotten any
test it.
splinters. For anyone that, or I guess none of y'all understand that, but there was a time long ago whenever I questioned if a piece of like a tube of carbon was real, and I stuck my finger inside of it, and when I was pulling it back out of the tube, I got a finger full of carbon.
Yeah.
The Skip had to doctor out.
Yeah.
That hurt pretty bad, but that was pretty good. But this is this might be coming. This might be coming to this shop, right?
We are still thinking on how we can make it aesthetic pleasing.
Aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah,
The only concern I have about it is the stuff being on the
that's what I'm
outside.
talking about.
Like this is a big concern that your VTX and flight controller are just sitting on the outside of the frame.
That's not. They're protected as far as impacts go, but as far as like materials go, from hitting it like grass
Yeah,
or
it's
moisture.
grass, wetness. Your camera is very exposed, I feel like, and it's just TPU. Like the TPU is really the only thing keeping your camera set there.
Yeah. So it's still a prototype.
It definitely is still a prototype, but I think it's a cool one.
Yeah.
It's different. That's the thing. Like
But
it's
when you
different.
say it's the fastest drone, it's the fastest 5-inch.
Fastest 5-inch drone in a straight line.
Yeah.
In a straight line going
Or
forward.
the fastest we've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that we've seen. That's what we
Of
should
course,
say.
without saying like the quads that are like the Red Bull quads, you know, that
Well,
are
those
they're
are
like
7
rocket
inch.
ship. Oh, those are 7. Okay,
Yeah.
so that beats that out. But yeah. Oh,
You
what's your
want to see my
question?
motor?
I would love to see it. What is your question, Tony? Can I show us on stream?
Yeah, I don't care. You remember the rocket drone?
Yeah.
There's a motor.
Wow. Okay. So this is Skip's new motor. To show y'all in comparison, that is a 5-inch motor. Hold on, let me get these next to each other. So quite a little bit of a size difference, I would say.
Yeah,
Just a little bit of a
It's bigger than my
size difference.
10-inch motor.
Bigger than Carter's 10-inch motors.
Yeah.
Pretty big motor. What?
The same exact
1050 kV, 3115.
the same exact motor that they put on the world record drone,
Yes.
but higher kV.
If y'all have seen, I think Red Bull's the people that have been posting a lot of them, right? Red Bull.
Yeah, they've got a rocket drone that chased
so
the F1 car.
yes. So if you want to know what Skip's talking about, you
Look
literally
up
just go on YouTube.
Just look up Guinness World Record.
Guinness World Record, like world's fastest drone or something like that, and it'll kind of look like a rocket ship. That's what they all tend to look
Yeah.
like. I know Red Bull has some on posted on their YouTube, but this is the motor. Are you putting this on a quad?
Yeah, I'm putting that on the quad. It's going to be 8S.
Wow. So that might be fast.
All right, Kurt. All right, Brody. It's 5:33.
No, it's not.
Is it not?
No, it's 5:30. And Tony still hasn't told me his question. Tony, what's your question?
You got 3 minutes.
Tony, you got 3 minutes to ask this question. I believe in you. Oh, I'm building one of the Apex HD drone frames, and one of the nuts with teeth won't go onto the frame. I super glued it. Is that okay? I would say super glue is only it. It depends on what you have, like on one of the nuts. So, is one of the nuts for the stack? Because that might not be a good idea if you ever have like it's fine right now, but if you ever have an electronic issue with a flight control or something, you're gonna have to get that stack nut off. And if you've super glued it, that might be
Well,
a pain.
if it's a stack nut and it's on the bottom of it, that's not too bad. But if it's on the top, you might have to worry about it. But I've seen people run without stack nuts before,
Yes.
so that's not so bad. I mean, if it was like a motor screw or an arm screw like that, it might be a structural issue. But no, that's not so bad. I would just say it'd be okay for now, but later on down the line, might be smart to go ahead and just change that stack screw out and put in a new nut.
It's 5:33.
All right, guys. Thank you for joining the Skip and Carter show, and I'll see you later. Carter, say bye.
See you next week, guys. I was just sitting over here by myself. I've been busy.
And if we don't see you, but we might, if we don't see you next Friday, Merry Christmas. And thank you guys for joining. And is it a press nut? What tiny whips do you recommend? I'm on a budget. I just spent, we got a last minute question. And
Tiny Whoop. Oh, the new Hummingbird, the one that Happy Model just dropped. It's
so
like 80 bucks.
a budget. Yeah, so if you're on a budget, they do have one that's called the Hummingbird or whatever. But if you want the best whoop, the best tiny whoop, not much more, you can get either HD0 or you can get analog.
How much are
The
we
analog is 15.8 grams, and the HD0 is 18.6 grams. I have took everything that I possibly could from the community, the whoop community, and I've put it in our whoops. So if you want the best premium whoop from the community's suggestions, you can ask some of the top whoop people if Skip has talked to you from 533, and they'll probably say yeah, because I want to find the best formula, and I think we have the best formula, and I know for a fact that we've got the fastest ready to fly HD0 whoop and the fastest 15 gram whoop. because I went through all the motors and tested all the motors and had other people testing the motors
And frames.
and we've got a limited warranty frame. The motors, so the previous motors that we were using, they were 75 grams of thrust, all four together. And then our newest motor, we've got 87 grams of thrust. So you're getting 10 more plus grams of thrust. And yeah, I could make this thing almost 14 grams, but I'd rather have that half a gram for 10 more grams of power on thrust. So this is, and for a beginner, you want to dial that down, and you can dial that down really easy. They have a thing for your potentiometer where you can set your controller to have a potentiometer and control the RPM limit. And then they also have CAC firmware, but if you want to dial it down, you can. It's like a motorcycle. Do you want to just buy a motorcycle that's going to be for a beginner? Because it ain't going to be too long until you're wanting to upgrade it and step it up. So this is one of your one-time buys because you're getting all the best in one package. And all you got to do is limit your RPM or your throttle in beta flight, and you have a really good whoop. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. I'm out of here. See you guys.